Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weeping and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know, every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know, I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show, this is BVO.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy BVO Boxing. Somebody got out of background. And we got, of course, we got my man Prize, and of course
Yeah.
my guy D Free in the house. What's going on, fellas? How y'all feeling?
Salute, brothers.
All right, so we got a big show today. Big show today. Trying to get my daughter to sleep. All of a sudden now she don't want to go to sleep. Now that
You
go.
know how that go, bro.
But
Keep it pushing. You good?
big news today. Errol Spence and Fundora fight is officially canceled. What do you guys think about that news coming out about their fight being canceled?
I just saw that right before the show. I'm not surprised, BVO. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't know what Earl is. I don't know what's going on with him. Is his head in it? Is it not? Like I don't want to see him get hurt because you can't go in there playing boxing. You're gonna get slumped. But I'm not surprised. You know, what was it? The WBO didn't want to sanction the fight. They said because he was out for a year and like 5 days or something like that. So I
Yeah.
did read a small article before we came on. I said, "Damn, I ain't surprised though. I really ain't. I know you ain't either."
I think Earl had a good run, but I think he's finished, man. I mean,
That's
uh,
crazy.
it's sad, but the car accident, just a number of things, man. He's not that guy anymore, and he had a good run. And I just think, like you said it best, man. He's gonna get beat to death if he keeps fooling around.
Yeah.
Boxing ain't a game, man.
Nah.
It's just that simple. I don't know what you got on it, Free.
I kind of figured it took so long for them to announce it, and as the time grew longer, it was just a matter of time before they said the fight was off because Earl it's coming on 2 years since Earl Smith's been in the ring. So I figured that's what was going to end up happening, and for him to be out of the ring that long, um, it's only right for them to say, nah, this is a big fight. We need you to get a tune up. We don't want this fight to go up here and be lackluster or be one sided. They wanted to be an entertaining fight. So I kind of figured it was going to happen.
Yeah. So after hearing this, and Errol hasn't been in the ring, not even been close to a ring. What do you think happens to him now? Will they finally put him out the pasture, or what do you think?
He rich. He'll be fine. He's invested. His parents, his family is smart. Um, he's gonna be okay. He got a nice ranch style home. He got some livestock. That's nice tax write off. If y'all know anything, and he'll be fine. He's rich. He'll be fine. Make good money with Terrence, and he'll be fine.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
I
he'll just
think.
make this. He just pop up. You know what I mean? Come to some fights, show some love to some young fighters. Focus on man down promotion. Go grab some young boys. Why don't you try that for a year? And if you get the itch, then we seen Bernard Hopkins fight till he was damn 50. So you never know.
Salute to my man GD always pulling up.
Yeah, salute,
I
GD.
say
Appreciate you.
one of the things I've learned, especially about boxing in general, is that it's a very, very short window. And you really kind of gotta go after it while you can. We got a lot
Yeah.
of guys who talk about fighters, wanting to see them fight the who's who of the division. And I think Earl is a great example of what happens when you fight all the big fights. You make the money, and if you have to cut it short, it's okay. Um,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
still
me. I
support
feel
him.
the same way, GD. I'm still man down over here
I'm
too, homie.
still, I'm still, I'm still a big fan of Earl. Definitely liked him a lot, and his career was just one setback after the other. And I just kind of hate that his lack of discipline kind of caused a lot of this stuff. Because I mean, after he fought Sean Porter, he ended up getting to a car accident. Then he's supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao, which would have made him a star. And we seen the Manny Pacquiao that you Dennis Ugas fought. I mean, if Earl Spence could have put a show on
Oh
in
my goodness.
Jerry's world against Manny Pacquiao, we talking about a big name. And it's just like one mishap after the other. I don't completely blame Errol.
Mm-mm.
But you got a lot of dudes that cover the sport as creators who really just get up here and lie and play
Fakers.
stupid games. The fact is this: was Earl the best of in his division? No, Keith Thurman was. Was Earl the biggest attraction? Yes, but he wasn't the best. We kind of know now from speculation that PBC did a great job of keeping Keith Thurman from him, because I think now that I know what I know now, I think Keith Thurman would have beat him to death.
Man,
But
he
what
would
do you
have
guys
broke
think about
No,
his
Keith.
overall legacy?
He would have
no.
broke Keith Thurman up. Go ahead. Go ahead, Philly.
Like I said, I'm always going to be on the side of the one guy that wants to fight and the other guy that doesn't want to fight. And you can't tell me that you can beat a guy, but you won't get in the ring with him. You said you wanted to fight with Floyd Mayweather, who was the best at the time, and
Hmm.
Floyd said, "Well, you go beat Earl Spence, then I give you that fight." He wouldn't take that fight, so you can't tell me that you're better than this guy and you won't take the fight. The same way Canelo can never tell me he's better than David Benavidez until I see you in the ring. People can assume that he is, but you can't prove to me that you're better. What how can you prove to me that you're better? The only way you can prove to me that you're better is by beating them. So you
Right.
can say anything you want. Shit, BBO can say, "Hey man, I smashed D free," until you smash D free. No, you can't. You can say
Right.
whatever you want to say,
Right.
but you got to
Yeah.
prove it. And like Crush will tell you the same thing. People say they can beat Crush all day long. Until you beat Crush, you can't beat them. So
Right.
that's what that's. I can't say that Keith Thurman was the best. I
Earl
can
would
say
have
Keith
broke him
Thurman
up,
was
I think.
one of the
This
best.
is a sick Negro.
My bad. Go ahead.
He didn't
My
prove
bad.
it. He didn't prove it. I mean,
Um.
the only we basing off of two
Assumption.
two fights, two fights. One of them was a guy that came up from 140. The other one was a guy who was never really that good. He was okay, but he was never really that good. And those are the two fights that you basing off that say Keith Thurman was the best. That's it. He
I
lost
mean,
to an old Manny Pacquiao. Got dropped by him. Lost to an old Manny
I
Pacquiao.
felt like they gave Keith Thurman a bad end.
getting dropped by Manny Pacquiao. There's no shame in that, bro.
Yeah,
No, I
That's
said an old Manny Pacquiao. I ain't say he
I
getting
don't
dropped
care
by
if he
Manny Pacquiao
100.
was a
It's
bad.
Manny Pacquiao, dude.
He was an old Manny
but I
Pacquiao.
felt like Keith Thurman was, yo, go watch that fight again. It's a little bit closer than what you think, but okay, we give Pacquiao the credit.
But what I'm saying is it's based off of two fights.
Hmm.
Because you can't say because of what happened to Manny Pacquiao, he lost to Manny. So you can't say based off of what
Yeah,
happened to Manny.
he
It's
definitely
based
lost.
off of two fights. Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia came up from 140. Sean Porter, he's okay, but he wasn't considered one of the best. He was okay.
The two-time champion won't considered one of the best.
I would say
No,
he's one of the
Sean Porter
considered
was
one of the
never
best
considered one of the best. He was
at
okay.
welterweight. He was considered one of the top dogs. I would say he
At
would
welterweight, I
at
would say
No,
welterweight.
he was one of the top dogs because of where his ranking was. But to say he was one of the best fighters, no, he wasn't.
I would say
No, he
yes.
wasn't.
Earl, Keith, Danny, um, and Manny. I guess them were the top welterweights, bro, at
The
the
sad,
time.
the sad thing is when it all comes down to it, we never got Thurman EJ fight. Like I said, we can grade it how we want. We never got it. I blame I blame Keith Thurman for it. But if you want to say because how he looked against Mikey Garcia, give me a break. Mikey Garcia got beat to death by Salvador Martin. So it's not like Martin.
Salvador Marti.
It wasn't like he wasn't known to get beat to death. But I'll say this: no matter what, EJ, I think he had a great career. I wish he could have stayed off
Hmm.
the booze, but it is what it is, man. We all got our vices, man. I just wish he could have stayed off the booze, man.
And like
But
one of the brothers said in the chat, he started living that rock star lifestyle. So I agree with that. But it's a shame. But we seen it happen to the best of them. But at least he got all his senses. He's rich. He got a beautiful family, and it's just focus on
well,
man
he got
down.
slow. He got slow speech, man. I don't
I
know
feel
if
like he's always talked kind of lazy and slate. Had
nah,
that.
he's jacked, man. If you listen to him prior to the car accident, he's jacked up. Um, I'm not gonna go as far as my dear brother Marky Dan, who would call him One Eye Willie. I wouldn't say nothing crazy like that, but I think Spence had a good
That
run.
is detached retina. I mean, that's
I think
basketball players get that.
I just think I'm just saying as far as his speech isn't the same. And I just think he should have never fought another day after he got out that car accident. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. He should have never fought again after that car accident. We
He
talking about
came back and still beat some good fighters.
yeah, we talking about somebody that went through the window, man. That's pretty serious to
What
go
you
through.
mean he should have never fought? He won every fight except for the Terrence Crawford fight.
Right.
I'm just giving you my humble opinion, free. I'm just saying that I thought he should never fought another day after that accident. That's just me. If you
Yeah,
disagree,
and
that's
then
okay. That's within
he
you.
he,
You're
he
right.
wouldn't have got his biggest payday if he would have never fought again.
Hmm.
I don't know. The hard thing is this, man. When it comes to paydays and stuff, you hear all the same old stuff. Oh, Al Heyman don't pay his guys all their money at once, or I don't know. I don't know. I just ask you. And I'm
I
gonna
never
bring
heard
this up.
Al Heyman don't pay his guys.
I've never heard nobody
I said
say
all at
nothing.
once. That's the so-called. That's the kind of crap that goes out now that they say, oh, he don't pay his fine. I don't know.
Because he
I'll
said,
say
because
this.
nobody's complaining about money except for low
No,
level fighters.
no,
Nobody could ever complain about
the
PBC payday.
the problem is they don't know which lie they want to come up with. They don't know because at first it was Al Heyman paid too much
Right.
money to his guys. Now it's Al Heyman don't pay his guys. They don't know which one they want to come up with.
Salute to my man.
Whatever narrative make them look bad, that's what they want to go with.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I would agree with that. Salute to my man Mike Garner. Salute to my man Gregory
G-
Pratt in the
GP.
chat. But I'll say this, man. The thing that I love about boxing is this. You get an opportunity to see some of these guys come and go. And you know what? I'm just thankful for getting to watch Earl, and it's good to see him go. I was glad when Kobe got to go. I was glad when Kevin Garnett got to go. I was glad when Mike Tyson got to go. I mean, we got to celebrate this. Him leaving is good. He can go into his family.
Hmm.
Appreciate the 12 plus years of boxing that he gave us. And people don't realize usually you only have about a decade in the sport. He had 12, so salute to him and his family. But I'll
Right.
ask you guys this: from what we're seeing now, what do you guys think about this constant narrative? Everybody being excited about Saudi Arabia taking over boxing. Do you think this is a good narrative, or what do you guys think about Saudi Arabia taking over boxing?
It's
Uh,
BS. It's BS, yo. Saudi Arabia is not taking over boxing, and I'm sick of hearing all this nonsense about what they doing. They not taking over a damn thing. What have they? What?
No cussing today.
How
We
have
getting
they
sponsors
took over
today.
boxing? How have
We,
they took over boxing? Doing what?
I don't know. This is.
That's
I
what I
mean,
said.
I think if you think about it, we want to try to monetize this video. Crush. We just got the good news. I didn't get a chance to announce it yet, so no cussing on these videos. We just got the good news. But I'll just say this: when people say that Saudi Arabia is taking over boxing, I just don't understand why people are excited about seeing these fights go to Riyadh. I don't know. I don't think it's a good thing. I think it's horrible. Um, I
Mm.
think Turkey has done some good for boxing, but I think he's just doing what he always does. He's just a distraction. I mean, I think he's playing Messi 186 million a year to play in their soccer league. Messi's 40 years old. He's past his prime. So I mean Ronaldo, sorry, Christian Ronaldo, not Messi, Christian Ronaldo. I just think at the end of the day, man, Turkey is going to be here for a while, but guess what? He's going to go away just like everybody else does.
Mm.
yeah, my whole thing
Uh,
what it is I want to all these people that's happy and saying that he's good for boxing. I want to see these same people when the money runs out and the prince said I'm not funding that no more, and they walk away and these fighters are not trying to make no fight because they say, oh well, I got $10 million in my last fight, and they say we're not giving you $10 million. You ain't worth that. You don't sell tickets like that. I want to see what happens then when these fighters ain't putting on no fights because they're not getting the money that Turkey
Good
was
point.
giving them.
And
I
and I
feel
think I
like
got
I
it
feel
right.
like
Happy birthday to my man D Free, man. I think
happy
Free
birthday, Free.
Appreciate it.
65 years
Appreciate
old.
it.
Congratulations, Free.
That's crazy.
Happy birthday,
But I
Yeah,
was gonna say real
I
quick
just
about
turned
that.
29. I mean, it ain't nothing. I just turned 29.
man.
I was gonna say as far as the Saudi Arabia thing, I'm kind of I'm not happy because I like the fights in Vegas and stuff like that. Or what I'm just used to seeing them in Madison Square, and you got the Barclays is dope, L.A. But I mean, if I, the people that says Turkey's good for boxing. He's probably good for it for now. Well, like you said, is he going to be here in the long haul? So it seemed like it's what he wants to do, but again, it could be all smoke and mirrors, but we don't know. But I'm kind of like numb with boxing, today's boxing in 2025. I'm kind of numb to it. Anything can happen at this point. So if they put Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson fighting in Saudi Arabia, I'm going to watch the fight, bro.
They
So
ain't fighting
that's
on Saudi
I
Arabia.
know I didn't say they would. I said if Turkey overpaid and gave them $30 million a piece and they fight go over into Saudi Arabia somehow, just think about what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. If it happens to go there and that's where that fight is going to happen at, we're all going to cover it and we're all going to watch it.
Ain't
I
nobody say nothing about watching it.
I get what y'all saying about it's
We watch.
bad, it's good, it's bad, but I'm like I'm just got my eye on it. I'm just watching. I'm just being observant right now. I'm not gonna say it's
That's
good
not the
or bad.
problem for me. That's not the problem watching the fight. That's not the problem. The problem for me is some of these big fights that we be calling for and we want to see happen. I want to be able to have the opportunity to go to it. I don't want to just be sitting here watching it on TV because some of them joints, like when I went to the daggone Earl Spencer Ugas fight, dog, that joint was the event.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was an event. I want to be able to go to it. When I went to the Tank Davis versus Hector Garcia, that was an event. I want to be able to go. I don't want to say, oh yeah, you know what? It was a good fight. I wish I could have been there. I don't want to say that.
And I understand where the fans that
when I
feel
was a
like you there.
child, when I was a child watching Mike Tyson on TV or watching Sugar Ray Leonard, I was fortunate enough. My father took me to one of them. But when I'm watching these fights on TV, I always said, man, I want to go there. I want to see how it is in person. So when you go to these fights and you finally get a taste of it, you want to go to these big events. You don't want to
Yeah.
sit here and be like, man, dang, we can't even go there because
And
they're going
that's
to do
why it's
Saudi Arabia.
divided, free, because half the people feel like you, and there's other people that don't care,
Ah,
and there's other people that's
dog,
like, you know
I
what,
don't,
he's greatest thing ever, and
I
da
don't,
da da.
I
But
don't,
I feel you because half them people never even been to a fight before, and I've
dog,
been to tons of fights.
I don't care about what nobody else thinks. I'm talking about what I think. What I think. I don't care about nobody else. I care about
I
me
say I say that I
because
say
I'm
this.
not paying for nobody else's ticket anyway. I'm paying for mine.
Salute to my man Free. Say he only care about his ticket, but as far as the fans, I do care about other fans. And I'll just say this: when it comes to the sport of boxing, don't be fooled by the devil in sheep's clothing. Turkey is a fox, and we as boxing fans have been sheep. And the biggest lie you ever heard was that the fox will become a vegetarian if elected president. So
He
I
did
don't
give,
think
he has
I
put on
don't
some
think
good
this, I don't
fights.
think there's a chance. Hold on one second. I don't think there's a chance that boxing is going to do anything good from being in Saudi Arabia. I mean, we can say what we want. The fight should be here. These are the fights that we need. Uh I get it, man. It just got to be here. But this what we going. This what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this because I want to make sure we're not talking over each other. Speaking of that, what do you guys think about Terrence Crawford coming back at Tank with some real hardcore facts and saying asking Tank to stop beating his women? What do you think about that?
Stop doing what?
Stupid. It's
I'll let
stupid.
y'all brothers go.
It's stupid.
Mhm.
I don't think we should talk that type of nonsense over here. You
No,
know, because
only reason I brought it up, Crush, is because the man said something about the man's lovely wife. I thought that was just Bush League, so I thought we got to report it.
Well,
All right,
actually, I went back and did some research. The
go ahead.
reason why Tank Davis came out and said something about his wife is because Bud Crawford came out and said something about his baby mother first. So Tank Davis responded. So, like I said, when somebody say something,
Hmm.
you can't tell them how to respond. They're gonna respond how they want to. Because if you call me a name and I
Hmm.
haul off and hit you, that's my response. Just because I call you a name and you just walk away, that's your response. But that I can't tell you how to respond. You can't tell me how to respond. So when that
Yeah,
man
that
that
doesn't
man
make
said
it
something about his
justified though.
wait,
on that on that
the
note, from what you
the way
said,
the way
I'm
that
looking to my.
the way that
Go ahead.
man responds is the way he responds. So if that's the way he responds, I can't say nothing about how he responds. What I say is it was bad on both their ends. But
Mhm.
I can't say Tank was wrong because he said something about well the man went at his baby mother first. So I mean he brought the other ones into the ring. Tank ain't bring his
Okay.
kids into the ring. He brought them into the ring. So he was like, well, you bring your kids, you bringing my kids, my people into the ring. I'm gonna bring your people into the ring.
But what did he say? Beat. Okay, I mean, it was. I still think it's all nasty work.
I get what you're saying, GP, and we're gonna respect my man Crush on what he's saying. We're not gonna talk about it. I just thought about it because that stuff is just was on my mind with that they came back and forth. But to talk about today's subject, we talking about probably one of the most racist human beings on the planet, Ryan Garcia, fighting another known racist and Teofimo Lopez. What do you guys think about this big racist fight off? This is gonna be the two most racist guys in boxing fighting. What do you guys think about this?
I mean, I don't think anything about it because I'm hearing different things. I'm hearing it could be T.O., but I'm also hearing that it could be Pitbull Cruz. So
It could be any of them.
all I
Go
do
ahead.
know is um him and Devin Haney will be fighting at 144, and then if there is a rematch, it will still be at 144. And I'm hearing after the Ryan and Devin rematch happens, Devin is supposed to be fighting Tio at 147. So none of these guys are coming back down to 140.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think they would. They to be honest with you, Ryan and Devin had no business at 135. These guys should have started their careers at 147. That's just my opinion from seeing how big they were. Salute to my brother Ant. Um, I really don't care for Ryan Garcia anymore, like I once did, because of his comments, and I think he thinks it's funny to be how just be a piece of crap. And I don't really enjoy that. But I'll say this: I think if he was to fight Tio, I could see Tio beating the brakes off of him. Only thing I will say is I'm just hoping that Tio can get some help, man. I been seeing some things with him that's kind of unsettling. I just really hope that he can get some help, man. Because I'll tell you one thing: we don't take a account for mental health as much as we should. Some of the things that you're seeing with Tio, man, the man looks like he needs some mental assistance immediately. I'm talking
Yeah.
about yesterday, so I just hope that he's cool. Um, as far as fighting at 144, cut that crap out. Take it behind the 47. Either you gonna do it or you don't. We're not doing this. Let's fight at a catch weight. That's stupid. Y'all both
Yeah.
clearly can't make 140s. So anything above 140 is welterweight. So you might as well
Yeah.
just go up to welterweight.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't understand that neither. All of these guys. I mean, outside of Pitbull Cruz is a 135 pounder who moved up to 140. He's naturally a 135 pounder. But all of these guys are fighting somebody like because I heard Devin Haney supposed to be fighting Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez supposed to be going to 147, but he's coming to 144 to fight Devin Haney. But I'm like, all of y'all are talking about going to 147. Won't y'all just fight at 147? Or all of y'all had fought at 140. Won't y'all just fight? Y'all last fight was at 140. Either all of y'all fight at 140 or all of y'all fight at 147. What's up with the 144? Y'all all plan on going to the same direction.
I think it's just to kind of drain, take some out of the fighter. I don't know what that's about, but that's just what it is. They want to kind of just drain somebody, and none of these guys are tweeners. So I don't understand what's the big deal. What do you think about this, Crush? About them trying to have this stupid catch weight crap?
It's nonsense, and the only logic I can come up with, if it's logic, so I may sound as crazy as I am, um, but I think the reason why they not actually going in at 147 and they figure, okay, let's get to 144, it'd be something like 147 because they're kind of afraid of the punch resistance. Because like
Mm.
D Free said, all these guys are the same damn size. So why do you have to play monkey in the middle and stop in the middle when you can go to 147? So there must be some fear about something. So they say, hey, let's all meet each other here at this catch weight before we actually go up there, which is not going to help them because what about everybody else they will face at 147 that's already there that ain't going to reach no catch weight? But this is somewhat of fair punch resistance. But if it makes any sense, I'm just trying to think stupid like them, like they thinking. But it's kind of weird. But that's the the closest I can get to it making any kind of sense.
That makes sense too because it just don't matter. And you're right, Mike. I would say 140, but I don't think Ryan has ever made 140. I don't
Well,
remember him ever making
he
140,
he
and I
came in
definitely.
he came in
Oh,
under
hold on one second.
140.
Let me say this, and I'll let you go. I don't remember him ever making 140, and I just don't think. And we know Devin made 140, but he looked horrible at it. So I always thought they should have. They were both welterweights to me naturally. I
Yeah.
mean, they both the same size as Zab. They probably the same size as anybody who's ever fought at welterweight. So I just don't get the whole sucking down to 135 to try to get him. I don't know about. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? You guys thought
No,
so well.
Ryan came in under 140 when he fought for Tuna. He came in at 139 or something like that. They was supposed to be fighting at a catch weight at 137 or one something, and he ended up having to go. He ended up having to move the catch weight up. So he fought at 140. The 140 is the limit. So I mean, I mean, like I said, these guys, I don't know I don't know if it's because they've been out of the ring so long that they want to fight at a catch weight because they can't make 140, but they're not big enough to make 147 yet. I don't know what it is. All I know is y'all. It's not like y'all fighting 147 pounders. Y'all fighting
Each
guys
other.
who was at 140. So if you're
Right.
going up to 147, go to 147 and fight the guy. You ain't got to fight at 144. Y'all not fighting a 147-pound fighter.
I don't
You
understand
know,
it.
I'm excited because I know my man Brian Norman Jr. is probably salivating at the opportunity to beat a lot of these guys to death, these big names. And I just think it's going to be great. And you know the funny thing about it, I'm just wondering. I know Tank only got a couple fights left. What happens when these guys go up to 47? Do you think he will ever touch 47? What do you guys think about Tank touching 47?
No,
Or is that out of the
No,
question?
no, he's not going to touch 47. Dog. He's not even comfortable with 40. So why would he go to 47? Are
that's
you
what I'm about to
crazy?
say. He already said he don't feel comfortable at 40. He's definitely not going to 47. That's
Yeah.
another 7 pounds. No, he ain't going to 47.
And that's never gonna
Not
happen.
a chance of him going to 47. I
Only
wouldn't.
reason I said that is
That
because
man
of
could
his
be
feet.
40 years old. He won't be at 47.
I'll just say maybe because of his feet, and I thought at this point it's been proven. Only
No,
people that's probably going to beat Tank is somebody way bigger than him.
no.
So we got to get in there with somebody who got about 20 pounds on him to see him lose. I think that's what we need.
No, you said because of his feet. No, you do
Yeah.
know your feet slows down when you put on more weight. You don't have those fast feet no more. And that's what Tank said. He said, I felt slow. I didn't like the way I felt. He felt slow. So
Oh
him
yeah,
coming,
I know exactly what you mean. I mean, I'm just saying as far as his talent, a guy like him, he's kind of, you know what, it's kind of funny. When I watch Tank a lot, it's almost like how I was with Floyd when he was at lightweight. It's like you got to really put him in there with guys bigger for him to see what we can do with him because I don't think nobody can beat him at 35. I just don't. I mean, we talk about the Shakur fight. I'm gonna just be honest. We might not get that fight. Shakur is somewhat fighting Williams Zepeda, who to me lost to to my man TF to Tevin Farmer. So I don't see that. I don't see the need in him fighting Tevin. I mean fighting Pedraza, but
go in the,
that's what he's gonna do, man. That's what he's gonna do. But I'll say this. What do you guys think about possibly seeing more fight? He said, but why?
get in the room. Get in the room.
um
Get in the
the
room.
reason I say why is because I think, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, Chris. When a guy is that talented, you need to get somebody bigger to give him a challenge. What do you think?
Well,
No, you don't.
my thing is it's not really about what I think. It is a certain size, and no matter if he can go bigger or not, it's not his fault that what's in his region is not on the same level as him. And this is in any sport. So this is why this guy gets so much hate because he's such a talented guy. So everybody think is, oh, we must see him challenge himself. We must see him go in there against guys that's going to have more advantages over him. Well, they have a lot of advantages. Those advantages are the physical things. But the advantage that he has as far as the skill asset and the IQ, that's the most important thing. So it is what it is. And these guys in his weight, that think they can beat him, they get a chance to get the ring with him, then show me something. If not, I'm going to keep saying it ain't his fault that anybody from 140 down to 135 can't beat him. He's not the one to blame for his talent that he was blessed with.
No, my whole thing is the man moved up from 126. He started off at 126. Then he was at 130. Then he came to 135. He went to 140. Said I didn't like the way I felt. I felt slow. And he came back to 35. Why he can't just compete at 35 and be considered as one of the greatest fighters that ever fought at 135? He beat everybody at 135. Maybe somebody comes along that can challenge him and give him a tough fight. Why? I mean, we never asked Roberto Duran to move up to 160. He chose to do that on his own. We never asked Hagler to move up to 175. He stayed at 160. So, I mean, we didn't ask them guys to do it. Why we got to ask them to do it?
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't want to come down on Tank, but I'll tell you what, man. He got some great fans, man. Anytime you talk boxing, it's like you turn it into a protection plan. So we're gonna move on. I don't want to bring the Tank.
That's what it starts to sound like after.
Yeah, I don't want to bring the Tank protection plan out. He's a good fighter.
Wait a minute.
But let me ask you guys this.
Wait, BBO, I'm not gonna let you get away with it. You and Prize, I see what y'all trying to say. Hey, y'all play around if y'all want. You know what I mean? Don't make me have to pitch y'all in the world.
Y'all don't want a 2-on-2.
Hey, I'll just tell you this.
We can do whatever. I ain't back down for no kind of smoke.
Crush, please come in peace, or you gonna leave in pieces, man. That's my OG said.
Oh, I'm the
please
master
come
of
in
that.
peace. Just come in peace, man. Because if not, you're gonna leave in peace.
I didn't ask Monster anyway to move up to 35. I didn't ask him. I said, okay, he's not gonna go to 126. I'm not asking him to go up there. But it's like
you bring up him not being at 126 all the time.
No, I said he don't want to go to 126 is what I said. I didn't ask him to go to 126. I said he don't want to go to 126. No, I never asked for Monster.
I'm not mad if Tank don't go up to 40. I don't have a problem with that. He's not a big guy.
I said he's not going up to 126.
Hey, yo, but I'll just say this, man. I don't know. Like I said, I don't want no smoke, man, and I'm gonna just leave it at this. I don't want to bring the Tank protection plan out. Salute the Tank. We love him. I'm sorry for speaking on his name in any negative way. We love him. But let me ask you
talking about his fans. I ain't talking about him.
Let me ask you this real quick, guys. So we're talking about boxing, and we're seeing some big fights possibly coming. What do you guys think about getting a chance to see Jermell Charlo come back in the ring? My man Jesus Ramos has been calling him out. What do you guys think about Jesus Ramos and the great Jermell Charlo fighting?
I don't think Jermell. I think Jesus Ramos need to get his win back with daggone my boy Lubin. He need to go get that win. I think since Earl is not fighting Sebastian Findor, why not Jermell go right in there and fight him? Go get your belts back.
Right away, too.
I mean, he'll stop him. I mean,
whether he stop him or not, go get your belts back.
A good idea,
they took your belts. Go get them back.
I'll say this.
Why would he start at the bottom? He didn't lose his
I
belt.
think he can too, GP. I think he can take them right now. People think they're going to see that Charlo that was in there with Canelo. I think he was a little starstruck in there. I don't think he was in the right mind frame. And I'm not making excuses for him. Canelo won every round. But it's not like he beat him. It's not like he beat him up. You know what I mean? He won, but it's not like he walked the dogs with him. I mean, he got the knockdown.
He ain't do what Caleb Plant. He ain't do what he did to Caleb Plant.
Yeah, he ain't walked the dogs with Charlo. So it's not like Charlo took a bunch of damage in that fight. And I agree with Brother GP. I think he can take him right now.
Yeah,
I'm not that high on Findor. He cool to watch, but that kind of frame, that frame, you can't, bro. He's 6. How tall is he? 6'6"?
6'6".
Bro, get out of here, bro. Like Charlo, I think Charlo will walk the dogs with him. It'll take him a little while to get started, but when he get loose around 7, 8, 9, when them rounds come around, I'm with Brother GP. I think he can take him right now. First fight in.
Prize, that fight ain't gonna even go that far, my brother.
Nah, Jermell will definitely.
He getting him
Gotcha.
out of there inside 4 or 5, bro. He don't need that no 8 rounds to get him out of there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And we
I'm
know how
just
I saw
Mel
what
I
is on
use
the
that crush
inside.
for. I
I
use
saw
that
what
just to let him knock off the ring rust. I feel like he would take him some time to knock the cobwebs off. But starting from round 7 on, I expect Charlo to get him out of there.
no, I saw what where Lubin had success at, and I saw where Brian Mendoza had success at.
Hmm.
Jamel will walk through Fedor. Fedor try to fight on the inside.
He gonna be
Jamel will
cooked.
walk right through him.
Easy.
He'll
Hey,
walk right through
you
him.
know what's funny about what's so funny about that? I really think Jamel, I mean, you can't say it's a mistake. It's hindsight is always 2020, but I think he really shouldn't have fought my guy, Canelo. I mean,
You got to get paid.
Canelo's #1 fighter in the world, and to lose to Canelo, that's a tough fight because he didn't fight back. I'll honestly tell you this. I think the reason why you see so much pushback with Bud Crawford getting the Canelo fight is because how horrible Jamel performed. Jamel looked horrible in that fight. I'll say that was a fight where I really felt like they should have stopped and he shouldn't have been paid. Because I
And
really
it,
seen him really go in there. You talk about
Damn,
stealing money. That's stealing money. He went in
and
there and stole that money.
and
that's crazy.
that's where it's at right there. That's where it's at. People saw how Jamel looked. And they were like, Bud Crawford fight better than that. Bud Crawford gonna walk through. No, Bud Crawford gonna give Canelo better work, but I think it's gonna still be the same result. Canelo gonna get his hand raised at the end. I think it's gonna be still the same result. He's gonna give him better work because Bud's gonna go in there and fight.
You're a
But I
dog,
think
dog.
I think it's going to still be the same result. Canelo's going to have his hand raised at the end of that fight.
Yeah, and, and that's a good point,
Man,
Free. I just think, my bad, Crush. Let me just say this. I'm gonna let you get in. I just feel like when it comes to Canelo, I mean, he's way too big for Bud, and I know they like to play this stupid game, or he'll beat him, bro. Everybody's not Roberto Duran. I'm gonna just be honest with you right now. If you think he's Roberto Duran, and can come up 2 weight classes and be the all-time great, you're just being foolish. I mean, Canelo is Canelo for a reason. I know everybody like to hate on him and say what he don't do and blah blah blah, but Canelo's a living legend, man, and he'll probably beat the black off of Bud Crawford, man. He
Stop it.
probably would. Go ahead, question.
man, here's the thing. Y'all not looking at it from the science aspect of boxing, the sweet science. Y'all all on this superhero stuff. Bud is going to go up
Mm-hmm.
to 168 and knock out a man that never been dropped.
That's
For one,
crazy.
going to knock out a man who got one of the best chins in boxing. Had one fight at 154. That power y'all talking about didn't show up at 154. So what makes you think it's going to show up at 68? Now,
Yeah.
skill wise, yes. But guess what? Physics matter. Size matter. Now, Bud didn't move that good. He wasn't as light on his feet at 54 than he
He
was at
wasn't.
47. So what makes you think he gonna be light on his feet at 68? Y'all never seen this man as big in his daggone career. Are y'all out of y'all minds?
Yeah.
He'll
Weight
go up
classes
there
for a
and mess
reason.
around and get himself hurt. Then it's a different punch. It's a different power stratosphere. His punch resistance ain't gonna be what y'all think it's going to be. But when it
Preach, Crush.
happens,
You
put your
gotta
money
know
on the
when
line.
to fold them, know when to
Put your
hold
money on
them,
the line.
Hey,
know
I'm
when
going
to
to
hey,
take
hey,
walk
all that
Crush.
away.
easy money.
Don't forget this, Crush. Remember when Gamboa hurt him bad? We talking about little Gamboa.
That was some years ago,
I
man.
don't
Get
care.
real.
I don't care. He got hurt bad in that fight. If Canelo clipped him at one of them, you know how I feel about Canelo. I'm
Hey,
going for Terrence, but I don't like this. Terrence, get your money, but bro,
I'm gonna tell you like
protect
this.
yourself at all
That
times,
hey,
dog.
what you say, VVO, was absolutely correct. That was years ago, and Bud is much older now, so it's much more likely that he get his chin rocked. He's much older now. You got to remember, by the time this fight what happened, Bud would be 38 years old. 38.
He's actually older than Canelo.
Cause they talking about September. So Bud will be around 38 years old. Canelo's like 34, maybe 35. I think he's 34.
Yeah, he about to
He
turn 35 pretty soon. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like 2-3 years younger than Bud.
Mm.
So it's like, I mean, like I said, they both got older, but at some point, you got to understand the size advantage, the weight advantage,
Man,
the
Canelo gonna be big in there, man.
no. Canelo's going to come in the ring somewhere around
170
175.
something. Yeah, man.
That
He's
brother
going to
said,
come in on 175, 180, somewhere around there. And Bud is going to be somewhere around 170.
Because after I seen Terrence get hit with like 3 right hands in a row from Madrimov, I was like, dang. You know what I mean?
No.
I'm like, man, y'all talking about some Canelo ish. Man, y'all better be careful. And I'm a
Now
Bud
I'm not.
fan.
Now Canelo, he he hasn't since Caleb Plant. He hasn't knocked anybody out since Caleb Plant. But he dropped a
Oh,
few
what?
dudes.
He
He
dropped
dropped a
everybody
few
else,
dudes.
didn't he?
Yeah, he dropped a
Yeah.
few dudes. So it
Young
ain't
boys
like
at that, free. Young boys,
and
too.
the thing is, the dudes that he dropped are naturally much bigger than Bud Crawford. They're naturally much bigger than
Yeah.
Bud Crawford because
Malanga, Jaime.
Berlanga came in at 168, so he's probably walking around like 180, 190.
I think it's a crazy mission. But Terrence is Terrence, and he's going to be confident, and he really believes he can smoke him. He might see something. I don't know what it is. Pardon me, but I just feel like some of the brothers in the chat is on fire. Like, I agree with a lot what they saying. Like it's just too much. Like 68, bro. I can see if Canelo was a middleweight, but bro, you going from welterweight to super middleweight. That's crazy. But
I'll
if
just say this,
people
man. We
think he can
see
do it,
we
man, I
seen this kind
guess.
of we seen this kind of behavior before. We've seen the great Roy Jones go from 160 to 168 and fight James Toney, an all-time great. At the end of the day, can Bud do it? Maybe, but he in a ring with a dude who's a ring cutoff master. You're not gonna get away from Canelo. And what has told you Canelo can get away from Canelo at this age? Bud can't get away from Canelo at this age. He can't. So I mean, it really would be a tough fight. But I'll be honest with you guys. I think there won't be much traction for this fight. I think Jamel ruined the traction and what you probably would have seen if Jamel would have gave us a better showing. People really don't want this fight as much as people say. We might get it, we might not. But I'm be honest with you, man. Bud need to kind of stay in his place, man. Bud is a 147-pound fighter who went to 54. And I'll be honest with you, when y'all see what Virgil does to Madrimov, y'all gonna be like, "What in the world happened?"
And I got Madrimov
I
smoking
mean,
him.
we know King Virgil's gonna beat the life out of Madrimov.
Man,
So,
we can make a
Virgil
friendly
going to look
bet,
just like
BVL.
it's going to be just like that fight that Tim Tszyu had with that other Russian dude. It's going to be just like that. Watch
Mm-hmm.
what I
Rough,
tell you.
rough and tough.
Virgil going to be Tim Tszyu and Magnumov going to be the other Russian dude.
talking about
Just
Bakram, I don't think he's as good
yeah.
as Bakram, but
Doctor.
okay.
Yeah, doctor.
I ain't say he is as good as him. I said that's what it's going to look like. That's what the
Right.
fight going
You
to look
think it's
like.
gonna be an
It's going to look
assault? I don't think so.
like Batrom versus Tim Tszyu. That's what it's
I
going to
think it's
look
going to
like.
be an all-out assault on Virgil. I think
I mean,
Madrimov got something to prove.
all I can say is I don't know if y'all pay bets, but y'all can put y'all's money up anytime y'all want.
Man, we can do a friendly bet. We can do a
Um,
friendly bet. I'll
I
take
got King
Madrimov.
Virgil all day. But I'll say this, man. You know, we're trying to grow the channel. We look to get 3 appreciations. Shout out to Raycon. Go to rayconglobal.com and support Raycon. That's rayconglobal.com. But like I said, if you want to support the channel, we try to look for 3 appreciations. Don't matter the number. If you guys want to support the channel, by all means, do just that. Help us keep the lights on. You know, maybe buy a sandwich or something. You know, we trying to keep it going. It's snowing
Yeah.
out here in Cleveland and Philly, so we trying to do what we can. But I'll say this before
Real
we.
quick, BVL, don't forget to about the on when you go on rayconglobal.com to put your code in so you can get another discount.
Oh yes, 15% off. You put BBO 45. That's BBO 45 twice, and you get a 15%
And
off.
the headphones are sharp. They got other stuff too, man. I was checking them out today. They got tons of stuff, and it's very, very reasonable price. Very reasonable.
Yeah. I just say this is overall in boxing. I'm a little disappointed on some of the fights that we getting, but you know one thing I'm finding out, it's the business of boxing, and we as fans, we kind of do got to stay in our little part of it. We can't make fights happen, man. One thing I'm
Right.
learning, you can't make Little Red fight nobody. You can't make Shakur fight nobody. Shakur look at you with a straight face and say, "Yeah, I'm fighting Williams Zepeda. Yeah, I'm fighting
Right.
Kid Austin." I mean, I like Kid Austin because that's the brother that supports the channel, but come on, man. I don't.
Hey,
We can't make these guys fight nobody. What you got on this, Thomas Hill?
I'm glad he's fighting somebody. Kid Austin's a good opponent, bro.
hey,
Yeah.
I was about to say something.
Oh, go ahead.
Um, I'm trying to figure out why the energy change. At first it was not Javante. Now all of a sudden it's you know what, he can go ahead and fight Shakur before me. Big bro deserved that fight before me. What happened to the energy?
Are you
What happened
talking
to
about
the
with
energy?
Keyshawn?
Yeah, what happened to the energy?
Keyshawn probably heard from his big brother with the curly hair. Hey, man, I want this fight. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. If Tank Davis wastes his time fighting Shakur Stevenson, it would be one of the biggest mistakes of his life. We know you can beat him. Don't fight him. Don't waste our time with that fight.
Well, what is he supposed to fight? Who do you want to see him fight? Give me three
Boots
names.
Ennis,
I'm gonna tell you who Tank Davis
um,
Who?
supposed to fight.
Brian
I'm gonna
Tank?
tell
Norman
you who.
Jr. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you who Tank's supposed to fight. Tank's supposed to fight everybody at 135. That's who he's supposed to fight. Every single body at
Yep.
And
135.
all of the
Leave
champions.
no stones unturned. Fight, knock everybody out at 135, and that way they can't say nothing. They can't say, "Oh, you didn't fight this dude. You didn't fight this dude." Fight all of them. Beat them
They
all.
didn't fight him.
Knock them all out.
He
Leave
hasn't
no
he
stone.
hasn't unified once in his career, free. He's 20, 30 years old, has never unified.
I don't. That's why I said fight everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. I'm talking about from
The
the best
Ranchik.
guy at 135 to the worst guy at 135. Beat all of them. Go through the rest of your career knocking out everybody at 135, so they can't say, "Oh, well, Tank didn't fight this dude at 135." Knock them all out. If they only got one fight, so what? I'm putting you in the ring with the champ. Knock his ass out. My
You know
bad.
what's so funny
Yep.
about this whole thing? A lot of the boxing talk towards Tank has kind of turned into hate. And I get it. I get it. BBO gets it. Tank is not the most likable guy. But you cannot make shows of calling him a monkey and all this other crazy. Man, come on, man. The dude, okay, he's not likable. But you can't sit here and discredit the man. Yes, he's only big because of Floyd. Yes, that's true. The only reason we even know who Tank Davis is because of Floyd. Now what? We
Because
take
the
that
AB.
away. It
AB
don't matter.
sounds
It don't
crazy.
matter. I know what I'm saying. Just overall,
Yeah.
fans gotta be
No,
Promotion
saying.
promotion
I'm gonna
wise.
tell you what I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna
Go
tell you
ahead.
what I'm gonna say about it, because I hear people say that all the time. Oh, Tank Davis is only known because of Floyd. Tank Davis is only known because of Floyd. Well, Bud Crawford is only known because of Top Rank. Keyshawn Davis is only known because of Top Rank. Shakur Stevens is
Say it
only
again.
known because of Top Rank. All these guys are known because of somebody. They all known because of somebody. Somebody had to put them on
Talk.
TV. All of them.
Except for Jake Paul from Cleveland. Except for Jake Paul. But go
All
ahead.
of them guys had to get put on TV by somebody. I don't care if it was Floyd Mayweather, who was his promoter, or if it was Bob Burnham, who was their promoter. They all got put on TV by somebody. So if Floyd made Tank Davis a superstar, then y'all need to get mad at Bob for not making these other guys superstars.
Did y'all hear about that guy that he got? Floyd got that middleweight, man. What's his name? Doggone. I want to say from Grand Rapids. Floyd got a nice. He signed a couple of nice little fighters, man. I don't know. Floyd over there doing his scouting, man, because he got two of the best fighters in the country. I got to get those guys now. I'm sorry, guys. I got to get the guy's name so you guys can have it. But shout out to Floyd Joy Mayweather Jr., man. He really working hard, man. They said he couldn't make. They said he could only make one tank, and he made another one with Camille Moulton. So shout out to Floyd Mayweather, man, and shout out to Tank Davis. And y'all got to stop hating on him. I don't like Tank either, but y'all can't hate on him, man. Yes, he might be all the things you say, but the dude put the work in. Get a man his credit. Get a man his credit, like my man Roy Jones said. Get a man his credit. Little Red been fighting, working hard, man. All that hate on Tank, man. Stop the Tank hate. And like I said, BBO doesn't even care for Tank, but stop the Tank hate. Y'all cannot just sit here and talk about this man like he ain't did nothing. He ain't fought nobody, but everybody else done fought some. Shut up. None of these dudes
They
have really done nothing except Tio,
ain't for
except Ryan. It's only been a few of them that's done stuff. Devin's done some stuff, but let's not play like Tank
No,
is the only one who ain't fought
he
nobody.
ain't
Cut
did
it out.
no,
nothing.
no. All them
He
guys
ain't did
that
nothing either.
all those guys that we want Tank to
That's
fight
cap. That's cap.
only fought like two guys that's of note. Everybody else they fought was mediocre guys. They all only fought like 2 guys that was of note.
Martin Brown
That was
Jr. That's
notable.
the guy's name. That's the guy's name. Ohio
Yeah,
runs
Yeah,
yeah,
box.
yeah. That's his name.
Martin
Yeah,
Brown
that's
Jr.
his
Yeah,
name.
bro. Now y'all know how I talk about Ishmael Mason. That brother's nice. This dude, Martin Brown, he like to beat the life out of people. Like, I don't know if y'all ever seen, he be beating people dead, man. He a bad boy. Hey, Crush, he
Bentley,
beat
you
you.
said
Hold on one second. He beat you till he get tired. That's what he like to do. He like to go
Yeah,
in
I
the ring
know
and
he
get
is.
beat. He beat the
Yeah,
life
Martin
out of
Brown
cats.
Jr. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he beat the life out of these cats. Go
Bentley,
ahead.
you said Tank ain't a great champion. Name a great champion at 135 right now. Name one great champion at 135 right now.
Lomachenko.
He ain't a great champion. He a
Stop.
champion. He ain't a great champion.
Shut the cat free.
How you call him a great champion? The man just ducked out of the biggest fight of his career.
He already had 2 big fights. He's fought T.O. and he fought Devin.
I said the biggest fight. I didn't say a big fight. I said
Are you
the
talking about
biggest.
money?
And T.O. wasn't a big fight. Devin was a big fight. T.O. wasn't a big fight. At that time, T.O. wasn't a big fight. That was just another guy that had a belt. Nobody knew who T.O. was like that. They was starting to get his name out there, but he wasn't.
He
known
won the
like
bet
that.
on Heisman night, free. Come on, man.
Listen what I'm saying. They were starting to get his name out like that. He wasn't a big name like that. He wasn't a big fighter. That's why T.O. only got I think he only got like 400,000 for the fight. He wasn't a big name like that. When he fought Devin, yes, that was a big fight. That was a big fight when he fought Devin.
Salute to my man.
Even when he fought Gary Russell, that wasn't a big fight. We knew who Gary Russell was. The diehard boxing fan knew who Gary Russell was. But majority of the boxing community, the casuals, they didn't know who Gary Russell was. That wasn't a big fight.
Okay, let me do this real quick. Shout out to my man. We call him Carl Thomas, but you know his real name is GP. Shout out to my man GP, Mr. I'm emotional. I can't let you go.
Man, GP alone, man. Leave GP alone, man.
Salute to my
GP,
man.
good money.
Boxing. What's going on, man?
What's good, man? He was just cooking on the big fights. I think the definition. What is the definition of a big fight? Because it's a different. We got mega fights and then we got big fights. If you're telling me, for example, if you're saying Sean Porter fighting Devin Alexander for his first world title, that's not a big fight. Something is wrong with you.
That's a big fight. That's a big fight for Sean Porter or Devin Alexander. What I'm saying, a big fight, I'm talking about a big fight where these guys are making millions of dollars. That's a big fight. These guys are making millions of dollars.
I get that. So would you say I would look at it as a big fight is somewhere between top 5, top 10. I think all fighters would agree that's a big fight. Those are big fights. I think mega fights, everybody ain't superstars, so they can't really have there's not a Canelo in every division or Floyd. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
well,
what I'm saying is,
man.
When we say big fight, I'm looking at notable name fighters. T.O. wasn't a notable name fighter at that time that Loma fought him. He was becoming a notable name. He wasn't one at that time. He had just won the belt from Richard Coleman.
A monster.
He had just won the belt from Richard Coleman. He wasn't a notable name at that time. Once he beat Loma, he became a notable name.
Yeah.
I disagree, man.
But I do agree with you, though.
Hold on one second. Let me do
fight.
this real quick so we can get everybody in. So GP, man. Now we know you for singing, our favorite songs, man. The song you did with Ghostface and Raekwon, man. I never be the same again.
You don't want me to get you demonetized. You know I be talking reckless.
Hey, Ohio runs boxing, man. This dude cold, man. That brother, you seen when GP drove by that woman's house and seen her out there with her husband. That boy GP said, the things you put me through. My bad.
Wow.
Go ahead,
Wow.
GP.
Hey, Alexa. No, I'm just playing, y'all.
Go ahead, GP. What you got on this baby boy?
No, I only came in because you was He was talking about Tank Davis for real.
Okay. You can't even say it, man. You thought
Yeah,
I was.
yeah. I'm one of them
You
super
know
fans.
DP gonna come in
Oh,
here
okay.
and
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
one of
when
them
you
super fans.
We
Let me
don't want no smoke with you Tank fans. We
nah,
good
we
let
with
don't
me
these
want
say
no
Tank
this.
fans.
smoke.
I think Tank got a decent resume. I think he has a
Nazi
decent resume.
Rumba.
I do
No,
believe Tank does have a
yo,
decent resume. I think it could have been better.
like
I don't think it's
Exactly.
trash. It's
Exactly.
cool.
He got
Let me let me let me talk. Let me talk.
Tank got
A
a
little
decent
belly.
resume. They definitely could have been better fighters on there. The
no,
guys that we want him to fight, those names could be on there, but they still got, it takes two to tango. They still got to get in the ring with him. Well,
true,
Loma already ran away from the table,
true.
so we gotta see
Yo.
if somebody else is willing to get in the ring with him. So
Now
we'll find out after the Lamont Roach fight.
yeah. I hope. And my thing
I
is,
got a question.
I
After
blame
this
the A
thing.
sides. The A sides have to get the blame for it because they should be able to present an offer that you can't refuse when you're the A side. If you really want to fight, you're going to make the fight. So part of the blame goes to the A side. Now I know you did say Loma ran away and didn't want to fight, but there was a time he did want to fight. So then people say, well, Tank was green. When is the perfect time? When he
Well,
beat
at the
Whenever
time
they
that
So
say.
Loma,
hold on.
but at
I
the
think
time
the
that Loma,
question really is.
I'm glad you said that because at the time that
Mhm.
Loma wanted to fight, Loma was the A side.
You
Yeah.
see these excuses you get. Hey, Ohio runs
I
boxing.
think.
No.
Hold on,
You
hold
see the
on.
excuses, man.
He's
Don't
actually
even get into this, man. You're gonna be
no.
on this all
He
day.
actually has a point. Loma was the A side, but Floyd and them was moving a certain way with Tank. They was not going to take it. And here's the thing: this exposed that Floyd didn't have confidence in Tank because he used it as a punishment to
But
make the fight. Hold on, he used it as a punishment to make the fight when Tank wasn't doing things he agreed with. So he went public and told people, yeah, I'm talking to Top Rank. We're getting ready to get that fight, and Tank actually made a post saying, "You trying to get me beat? You want to see me
yeah,
beat?" So
I'm
let's make
I'm
sure we
glad you
keep
said
that in
that too.
perspective. Let's make
Hey,
I'm
I
sure.
got
glad
a
you said
question.
that too
My
because
question.
he said the same thing about Pedraga. He said they trying to
Hold on,
set
hold
me
on,
up.
hold on. One
Let them make the
second, Free.
fight.
You're gonna get us in trouble, Free. What you're gonna do is have all these Take fans come attack
No,
us, man.
No,
Stop,
no.
man. They're gonna
yeah,
come
I'm
attack
not
us,
getting
bro.
Wait,
nobody in trouble.
Stop.
yo. You're not gonna
But
keep
they
on doing that, bro.
I just
no,
I'm
want
a
to know.
Tank
I just
fan. I
want to know.
take offensive to it.
no.
I
Stop
You
just
said
that.
want to
what?
know.
Before I have
They
I
to
they
just
mud
want
all
to
ball
he
the
know. Hold
ball,
on,
also
man.
said.
free. 1
What?
second. I just want to know: is it anybody from 30 to 40 that can beat Tank?
We don't know. They ain't get in the
No,
ring with
man.
him. We don't
No,
know.
we
They ain't
already
get in
know
the
that
ring.
nobody can
I
beat him.
mean, could we match anybody with him, or we already know what the outcome going to be?
Maybe
I
Tio, and
know.
that's it.
I'm not gonna say everybody we know what the outcome is. We have a feeling what the outcome is going to
I
be,
mean,
but you never know.
when it wins, it ends up with wins and losses. It
No,
ends
I'm
up
just
with
saying.
wins and
I'm
losses.
saying.
I ain't looking for
See,
knockouts.
I'm not one of those ones just to give somebody a win. You still gotta go out there and prove it. Just because I believe you're gonna win, you
Yeah.
still gotta prove it.
Right,
And
So
but
that is
that's all I'm asking you is what everybody believe. I'm not just you, free. I'm talking about everybody. Like, I believe anybody at 30 to 40, nobody can see Tank, but they want him to jump up to 54 and fight Crawford and fight
Ain't nobody
the
said
dog.
something
nobody ain't
about
said that.
54.
Nobody ain't said that.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about nobody that's not in the class. I'm talking about people that's at 135. People at
Okay, 35.
135.
Well,
35.
Brian Norman said he'd come to 140.
No, I'm not worried about Brian Norman. He's not at 135. I'm talking about people that's at 135. Tank already said he's not going to 140. So stop
Exactly.
talking about 140.
Let me say this.
Until
Go ahead.
he goes to 140,
Going in and out.
I don't want to talk about nobody that's at 140. The man
So
is at 135.
who's the potentials?
I mean, you got Keyshawn, you got Shakur,
He
you
gonna
got
stop both of them.
you got Williams Zapata,
He
and you
stops
got
all three of them.
But here's my hold on. Here's my
you
problem.
believe he will, but it's not a guarantee that he
Yeah,
will.
and that's what the guy just asked that question was a great question because one thing I have I bump heads with people who call fighters ducks. Our definition of ducking, it's flawed to be honest. Most of us only accuse guys ducking when it's a fighter we think they cannot beat. It's only considered ducking if we assume, just like the guy asked the question, well, shit, I didn't think Tank beat everybody. But if Tank is caught up in a situation where he can make the fight and he's ducked, it can't be a duck because I believe Tank can win. What is the definition of ducking? It's not about us assuming the guy can win. Because if Paulie was in a situation that we feel like Paulie was the mandatory for Tank and he drops the belt, we all think Tank can beat him, but why is he avoiding him? It's still a duck. And I think that's what we have to come back to instead of making assumptions because we think a fighter is good or going to win. It's no longer a duck. Oh, he'll beat him. There's no me. No, that's not the definition. We making assumptions on what ducking is, and that's the problem.
Right.
I'll say
The
this
way,
how it runs by.
the way,
Let me get the chat in here a little bit. My man, brother Bentley said, "Why can't you answer who did Tank beat to be a great champion for the WBA strap?" I think he beat Gamboa, but I think Gamboa was on one leg. I don't really know if
Ooh.
no,
that counts.
he beat Pedraga to be a great champion. Pedraga, he was the underdog in that fight. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
He was the underdog. They thought Pedraga was going to beat Tank Davis.
I think a champion. Don't you? I think you need great fights to be great. I think he's a good champion, but we putting him.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he is good. We need great.
You know what I would say if I was to put.
But nobody's on his level.
You guys ever had like white Air Forces? We used to call them Uptowns in Cleveland. But if you had, it's the difference between having white Uptowns and having K-Swiss. I think Tank is like a pair of K-Swiss. They nice shoes, but they not nice.
That's GPG time. That's my time. Yo,
they just not nice.
I can see if you said a pair of white Uptowns and a pair of Air Max. I can see if you said that. You said K-Swiss.
Well, they used to wear K-Swiss.
Get them out of here.
They used to wear. Well, we'll say Air Max then. Okay, we'll say Uptowns and a pair of Air Max.
You disrespectful, yo.
Yeah, my man. Hey, just let me know who it was that he done messed with in your family, man. That got you over here talking about my boy like that.
What did I say? But I don't want no
smoke. You always saying some off the wall stuff. So was it your people?
You see how he just attacked my family? You see what he just did? The man attacked my family for what?
Nah, I'm just saying, who did he go at your family, man? That got you over talking about you don't like the boy. You don't even know the boy.
Listen.
He called him K-Swiss, yo. That's crazy.
Called him K-Swiss, bro.
Y'all didn't wear K-Swiss growing up? Y'all a little older than me. I thought K-Swiss was
them joints is plain, dog. So you saying he vanilla?
We know what K-Swiss are. That's why everybody getting on you.
My bad. I'm 30. I'm 35. I thought K-Swiss was a joint when I was young. When I was like 10 years old.
That's because you're from Cleveland. That's why.
No, we wore Uptown. Either wore Uptowns or we wore K-Swiss.
That's what I said. That's because you from Cleveland.
Yeah, the women wore K-Swiss, bro.
Right.
Well, I can see my man GP with an anklet on wearing K-Swiss. I can see it. Shout out to
GP. I can't cuss online, but you shitting me.
Oh, bro, like I threw that anklet on there. But like I said, all jokes aside, man, like I said, let me say this so I can get this clear because I don't want the Tank fans to attack me. Tank is a great champion. Okay, I said it.
No. Wait a minute, bro. Because a lot of y'all really out of order right now. Some of y'all need to calm down up on this damn panel right here. I done had enough. I got to blow the whistle. Now listen, you ain't got to do all this nonsense calling great, because ain't none of them dudes great. Okay? None of them. Let's just air this out, because I'm sick of nonsense. And none of them dudes great. And most of y'all up here on this nonsense, because I don't recall none of y'all having the same energy for everybody else that y'all act like they got a resume, they fought some damn body. Nah, I've never seen none of so much hate in my doggone life. Y'all sickening. I ain't never seen none of this pressure on the rest of these dudes who ain't fought no damn body. And I asked myself, did Jody sleep with your girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
This is real talk. Y'all dudes are horrible. Y'all got to stop the nonsense, man. Because ain't nobody really doing nothing. Nobody's really doing nothing. Who you said this something I can guarantee you they ain't did nothing. So stop doing this nonsense and make it seem like everybody else around this little dude did something. They ain't actually do nothing just like him. If that's the case.
Well, Shakur is a 3-division champion. I feel you though. I
Yeah,
feel you.
Tank Davis is a 3-division champion.
But I'm talking
Huh?
about he got 3 super belts.
Yeah, Shakur ain't got
Scratch
no
your
super
head.
belts. What are you talking about? He ain't got no super belts.
And he gonna handle time with him, boy. He got one coming. And
You know,
I
I
got
only
something
hope it's
that's
this.
gonna give him my shoes. But ain't gonna do it.
That nigga said Shakur got 3 super belts. He ain't got no super belts.
Well, I'm talking about he didn't get no secondary belts. Is all I'm saying.
No.
I
He
think
ain't getting no secondary belt. What are you talking about?
Well, WA regular belt, ain't that what they
He
call
got
it?
the championship belt. No, a champion has to fight mandatories. He got a championship belt.
But y'all don't count the franchise belt, which is crazy.
When you're a champion, you fight mandatories. When you're a super champion, you don't fight mandatories.
Hey, Smoke, turn your camera on real quick, bro.
Only one super champion don't fight mandatories. Only one.
Hey, Smoke, turn your camera on real quick so I can make sure that's you. We didn't got like porn flash and stuff. Gotta make sure that's you.
Oh, you know that was you that did that.
No, you a goofball.
Only one super champion don't fight mandatory, but when you're a champion, you fight mandatories. You only consider a super if they delegate you to be a super.
So, Smoke, what's going on, man? Welcome to the panel, man. You came to the doghouse for the first time. What you got on this, Smoke?
Man, Tank is better than everybody that you like.
Talk to him.
This is a sick Negro.
But he's the correct one, though.
That's all I can say.
Hey, Free, you better tell him where we come from. Telling niggas a sick Negro mean that nigga ill as hell, nigga. I don't know if you know. Man.
If you could take 6 You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay. Are you? Absolutely.
You said you want to get money.
Make a choice.
Yeah, we about to get monetized. We can't have too much cussing, man. We got to prove.
White guy, man. You trying to make me the white guy?
Huh?
You trying to make me the white guy? That's not cool.
You say you the white guy?
You know that guy? That's not cool.
I ain't got no cussing. All I say is this:
make a choice.
Did I curse already? I don't think I cursed. Did I curse yet? I said Tank is just sicker than everybody that you know.
No. You didn't say any curse words.
Tank is moving. Tank is moving like all the A sides moving boxing, man. They pick who they want. Not all the fights is gonna be dangerous, and I think that's the problem. And sometimes they want the A sides to go through a gauntlet. They ain't. I feel like as long as my thing is if I feel like he can beat Shakur, and a lot of us do feel like make the fight, I think it's his team that's worried of the outcome or don't have confidence in him. I think the same thing happened to Triple G when he was on, where he could have fought Laura. There was a time where Laura was being mentioned, or Andre Ward.
What you talking about?
The teams I'm talking about when they avoid in certain fights, their team
they said the
like
contract though. Ohio runs boxing.
You know what I mean?
They said Shakur's contract. They offered him to fight. Shakur wanted a multi-fight deal. They was looking for one fight because Loma had walked away from the table, so they was looking for one fight to replace Loma. Shakur said he wanted a multi-fight deal. They said they wasn't ready to do a multi-fight deal at the time. But if Shakur said that is the fight that he's always wanted, that's the biggest fight in boxing to him, and that's his Super Bowl, why don't you take that fight?
Well, he wanted a rematch clause. There's nothing wrong with that. He wanted a rematch.
No, the rematch clause was never asked. He said he wanted a 3-4 fight deal. That's what they
made it.
That makes no sense for him.
Jay Prince made it seem like he wanted to be a.
That makes no sense.
Jay Prince said he wanted. It was a one-sided rematch for Tank, and he wanted a rematch as well. So that's why he said he wanted.
No, it was not. No, it was.
You can say what you want. I'm going off what Jay Prince just said on Fight Hype.
I'm going off of what Steven Espinoza said. They never even made it that far. Shakur wanted a multi-fight deal. They said they wasn't ready to do a multi-fight deal. He said they wanted 3 or 4 fights.
And that's
I'm just
That's
going
what
off
I'm
what the
saying.
manager
promotions,
said. His
right?
manager could be wrong. I
I'm
don't
going
know.
off the guy that was doing the contract. The guy that was
That,
actually doing the
I didn't
contract.
give
I'm
Prince
going off of what
Daddy
he
for
said.
anything.
Go
that's
ahead.
cross promotions, right?
He was a free agent at the time. Remember when he left Top Rank?
Okay.
I know one thing. There's another tactic that they use in the boxing, where they act like they trying to make a fight and they really don't. I know De La Hoya has done this plenty of times. He did it with Rashid Ellis and Virgil Ortiz. I reported on this and had connects with Rashid Ellis. And I remember before they cut him, they made it look like Virgil wanted to fight with him. When I was pushing for this a long time ago, they never fought Rashid Ellis. They cut him, but they had a guy named what's his name, Harry. Roy, what's his name? Harry, I forgot his name. He's a writer for Golden Boy. Cool guy, I know him. He wrote an article saying that Rashidi ducked and didn't take the offer, but they released him and it was a lie. He was they lowballed him so much that when he tried to make a counter, De La Hoya and Demar had another opponent. So you got to watch some of these statistics, some of these tactics in the boxing world too, because I've used it with certain Ohio guys too. We sit there and deceive somebody and make it like, hey, we're trying to fight this guy when really we're not. We already got somebody on the other run. It's to make the fans get behind you. These are deceiving tactics to keep the fans talking sometimes, and that's all it is. And it works. Sometimes we're so passionate we don't even see the writing on the wall because we're so passionate for certain fighters that we're blind.
Right. He on it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, man. You know, we don't want to cut down on fighters. Like I said, take is good. I just feel like this, man. I just can't wait for the young guys, man. Abdullah Mason, Emiliano Vargas, Tiger Johnson. I just can't wait for the new guys to come in and take over boxing because I'm really so tired of these old guys, man, and all these politics, man. These young dudes want to bang, man. I like how Emiliano showed.
Man, look out for Joseph Brown, man. He gonna be the wave.
No,
That's
no,
that's the name.
That's
those
the
dudes,
wave.
they
He
get
gonna
in.
be the
Joseph Brown,
wave.
not
When those
Martin.
young dudes get in position, the promoter's gonna move the young dudes the same way they moving the guys now. When they get in position.
But here's the no,
That's what I'm
no,
telling you
you're
right
absolutely
now.
right.
Look out for
Hold
Joseph
on, one at a
Brown,
time,
because
yo.
if it get crazy for Joseph Brown, MMA, UFC, he wide open for that too. Look out for Joseph Brown.
Now let me correct Rob. Not correct Rob. We actually mentioned the name, but we said it wrong because they was talking about TMT fighters. It's Joseph Brown, not Martin Brown.
Yeah, Martin
Joseph
Brown is
Brown.
the father. He the nigga. That's the architect. The mother is the matrix, and Joseph Brown is what happened when you put them two together. Look out
Only
for
thing
Joseph.
I heard that I don't know if it's true, but I heard that he's chinny. But everything else I heard is solid. I did hear he can get his little bell rock.
Yeah. What
I did.
is the definition of chinny, man? Y'all got to break this stuff down because
I
That's
just heard he
BBO
been
saying
dropped a
that.
couple times in sparring. That's all. I just heard he been dropped.
I know everybody can get hurt with a shot. My
Who dropped him in sparring real quick, BVO? Who dropped him in sparring?
I didn't have the kids. I'm just going off what a manager told me. He told me that he been dropped a couple times.
I don't believe that bullshit ass manager.
Oh, hey, man, stop cussing, bro.
No, he asked the question.
You into the projects, man. This BBO project.
I don't believe that bull. I don't believe that bum ass.
I did ask a
nigga
question.
that shit.
That is a good question because I noticed you throw that
I'm gonna
word
tell
out
you what
there.
chinny is.
Yeah, what is
Chinny,
the definition? Because I know Floyd got hurt a couple times. He never went down. Is it about being recovery rate, or is it more about you just can't take a shot?
They said he bounced right back, but I'm saying they said he kind of like see that he could be hit. He could dent that chin. That's all. I didn't say the man can't fight. I said the man might be a little chinny.
I'm gonna ask his dad.
Chinny.
I'm gonna ask his daddy. I'm gonna ask his daddy, BBO. Put you on the spot now. That's one of my.
Put me on the spot, man. Put me on the spot.
Break down that
TMT fighter. I done had him on. I had his father on. And his sister can fight. The little brother can fight. Nah, you fucking with I fuck with the Brown family. I'm putting you on the spot with that one.
Put me on the spot. Put me on the spot.
On the spot.
But I'll say this. Look out.
Chinny is recovery, bro.
Look out for the future, man.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that. It's all about recovery rate. It's not about you not being able to take a punch. It's how you recover.
Yeah, for sure.
In the time,
everybody gonna get caught. Right. Everybody gonna get caught.
But guess what, man? If y'all didn't know this, I want to tell you about a fighter. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of this guy. It's a young guy out there named Ishmael Mason, who's going to be the savior for Ohio boxing, man. I'm telling you, this kid special. Special. Y'all thought Abdullah was good. Wait till Ishmael get 18, man. I'm telling you, man. We finally got one. We've been waiting a long time, man, for this, man. I'm super excited, man.
Man, we got it's so funny hearing you say that because we Ohio got a lot of dogs, man. He's not the only one we waiting for. We got King Jr. We got a list of guys, man. That,
hold on.
How old is he?
How old is he?
We do.
He's 17, I
Yeah,
believe.
he's 7. That's Abdullah's little
so,
brother.
So I'm gonna ask a question right here, right? Even though I don't fuck with homie. Has he
Hey man,
no, I'm just being for real. No, BVO.
Now watch the cuss word, Pop.
BVO.
Watch the cuss word, Pop.
I'm not talking to you, BVO. Not talking about you. Like I fuck with you, but the nigga that like I don't fuck with the nigga like. But anyway,
hey, we talking about the cussing, man.
I mean,
Not what you saying, the cussing.
I don't rock with homie no more. I'm sorry. My fault, bro. Has he fought Marley Tucker yet?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't.
He just turned pro. He's 1-0.
He turned pro
so
last
he already
year.
pro. Okay,
He's
no
pro
problem.
last year.
I got much respect.
He wanted to hold on. He wanted the 5 Mason brothers. That's what he ain't telling you. So he think you just talking about a pro from Ohio. No, he's Abdullah Mason.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
I heard. Listen, Ishmael Mason. I have common sense. That's probably Abdullah's little brother that they've been talking about.
Yeah,
the bigger, better version.
Yeah, like what weight class is he in?
He probably coming at 130, 135, 140. I think 140. What you think Ohio runs? But I think 140.
Yeah, I thought he was fighting at 135.
I'm talking about.
That's what I thought.
I think he'll be better at 140. He look he look a little too big to be at 135. He is at 35, but he look too big to be at 35.
Yeah, he's a big solid kid, man. He still got.
He looking like Devin, man. He look like Skeletor at 35. I just think he should go up to 40, man, and stop playing. That's just me.
He good at where he at right now. I get what you say. I let him see where he at. I just heard my boy Albert Bell move to 135, and I just found that out today. I'm like, damn, he was at 130.
Man, you thought Bell wasn't gonna move up to? He big as a house.
Saying his opportunity. He a #1 mandatory. He been a WBO one for the longest. It's like, damn, what they gonna do now? I don't like that. So it's like, damn, man, he was making it, but I guess, hey.
Making the weight, I think the sad thing with a lot of these guys can make weight that they shouldn't be at, but I think for the long haul of your career, man, you should be at a weight that's comfortable, that you can make comfortably.
Right.
You shouldn't be 30 pounds under your weight class. Go ahead.
Your BVO.
But you keep smashing Tank Davis though.
Hold on, but before we even, because that can spark a whole panel fight.
All right, yeah.
Real quick, I just want to say this, BVO. Remember when that kid at Pro Box had like that little seizure where he just fell in the ring?
Yeah.
Yo, bro, I was going back and forth with fighters on that on Instagram, and I was like, yo, fight at a healthy weight class, or this was can happen. One dude was like, I ain't got no power at the weight class I'm supposed to fight in. If I could cut 5 more pounds, I could blah. I said, bro, what happened? You gonna fuck around and die? I'm sorry. He said, you gonna mess around and die. And he was just like, you just don't understand. I said, well, maybe I don't. Maybe I just live life. But you know
what? You make a good point, Pop. But this is what I say. From what I'm finding out about boxing, because to be totally honest, man, my man Ohio runs boxing inspired me to get more out there in the amateur scene, because he'll tell you being in the amateur scene is boring. Them guys are boring, man. Sitting in that hot gym watching these.
I love your honesty, man. I love your honesty. Go ahead, keep cooking.
But I'm just saying, so when you go in them hot gyms, it stink, it's hot, and you watching these dudes, and then the thing that always gets you is then these kids talk a big game, and then you see them in the ring, and they getting beat to death, or they don't look sharp.
Oh man, listen.
I think the hardest thing to say is you really don't know until the lights are on, because I'm gonna tell you something funny. I got the chance to see Richardson Hitchens. Shout out to my man Ja. Him, Ja, Chris Colbert, they all train together. Because I didn't notice about Brooklyn, but Brooklyn has a very, very small community of these boxers. So I got a chance to be in it.
I live in New York. Facts of life. You're not lying.
So shout out to East New York. So we went to a gym in East New York. Shout out to my man Seafood. I think he was training up there at one time. But this was Amanda Serrano's gym, this gym we went to. And the thing that got me was the Richardson Hitchens that I seen in the gym was not the same Richardson Hitchens that I seen under the lights. This dude calling everybody mofos, he cussing, everybody's a witch. I mean, and he beating people up, letting his hands go. But when you see him under the lights, he looked like a poor man's Devin Haney. So what you see in these gyms, I mean, it's kind of hard to know what you're looking at because they usually don't fight like that when it comes for the money. So I almost can be honest and say I don't know. You almost don't know what to believe. You know what I mean? Until you see him in it. Because I'll just say when I
Yo,
see
sparring is like I interviewed Chop Chop
go ahead.
Corley one time, bro, and Chop Chop was like, the Floyd that you see in the ring is not the Floyd that's in the gym.
Oh, for sure.
Floyd trying to kill you in the gym. He's in there, you know, dissecting you in the ring. But in the gym, dudes is getting beat up. They leaving bloody. They may not come back.
This is true.
Career is over. Like he doing niggas. Like I'm sorry, man. He doing dudes dirty in there. But
yeah, he kind of going Mexican style. I think they said when he fought Earl, they got pretty bloody in there.
Yeah, he called Earl the B word. Earl
Yeah.
went back in there and ended up giving him a black eye.
I heard Earl was good, but no, didn't they throw him out the gym? I remember. Shout out
They
to my
didn't throw him
man.
out the gym like Sean Porter says that, but like I know somebody who said they didn't throw him out the gym, but that was the best work Floyd had to get him ready for
One for Robert Guerrero.
It's for Marquez. Floyd was 90 days in the county. He never done that before, and then you come home and a few months after that, you jump in the ring with Earl Spence. At the time, the young hungry dog, like no money. He still had the shag in the back. He hadn't flipped no cars for Earl Spence, like, and you was taking him lightly. Yeah, like in sparring, bro. Any and everybody can get got in sparring, bro.
But I'm gonna say this though, Rob. I'm gonna say this. I think some guys got to be careful, and I think they do. I don't know plenty of sparring fighters that go into sparring fights or go and have sparring with guys who got big fights, and they don't turn it up on them because they're getting paid good money. So what happens is that guy that's paying them, that's the A side paying them, they tee off a little bit. They usually go turn it up on them a little bit, and they can't turn it up as much because they don't want to mess up the bag. So what happens is this is the same thing that happened with Tank Davis in Montana. Not saying that Tank can't beat Montana. I clearly think he can, but in sparring he was turning up on Montana. And Montana, what it looked like by Montana to start turning up on Tank when he got a big fight. So you see recordings of Tank teeing off, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help the fighters if they come back and tee off on him and black his eye and you mess it up, then you get kicked out. It's been a lot of stories of guys who turn up when they ain't supposed to and they mess up the bag. It's a lot of those stories. So you got to be professional with it. You got to be professional.
I think the hard thing for what you're saying is one thing about boxing that I don't like, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Like I went to a gym, I want to say last week. Why is there so many doggone strength conditioning coaches in the sports now? Because I mean, that's not gonna help you with boxing. You running up and down those doggone stairs, bro. It's not all you need to know when it comes to boxing. I feel like it's just crazy to see so many guys doing unboxing related movements. I don't see how that would benefit you. Does that worry you guys at all that you see so many strength conditioning coaches now, not many teachers?
Not Blu-ray blew up the scene with that. A lot of Earl Spence fans pushed that narrative with Blu-ray. Like I think that's what happened in Blu-ray. I respect the strengthening conditioning coaches, but no one mentioned strengthening conditioning coaches until Earl Spence stopped getting stoppages. Imagine that. Go back and look at it. No one was talking about the strengthening. They always had their place in boxing, bro. We got some good strengthening conditioning coaches, but they start to put them in this box. Wade. Yeah, Larry Wade. That's my guy. Follow me. They put these guys in boxes where now, and that was Blu-ray. Blu-ray did a good job of promoting himself, and I'm black, and I never wanted to expose him on that because he was painting a picture that, hey, I'm working with Earl. All 12 of his fights I've been with, he got knockouts. That's how you promote your business and stuff. Because I didn't know where this was coming from. Earl didn't get knockouts, and all the guys that he wasn't getting knockouts with never been knocked out before. Like they were durable. So I'm like, okay. So the guys you did knock out, you're telling me Terrence Crawford couldn't knock them out? You telling me Keith Thurman couldn't knock them out? All the guys that Earl knocked out. So I think at the end of the day, it was really Blu-ray that pushed that narrative, and it helped, man. For the strength and conditioning coach. But that was one of the reasons why Earl Spence broke away from him, because Earl started to feel like, oh, I can do it without you. You trying to take the shine. And Earl never been big. He's always been about natural. You can be a puncher born natural. Not a strength and conditioning coach cannot make you become a knockout artist. That's something in you. So that's been a big debate, and Earl was real strong and passionate about that. So I think he got away from it because Blu-ray was getting more attention and people tagging him. You need Blu-ray. You need Blu-ray. And he's seeing all that, and he separated himself, got a nutrition, and he never mentioned the nutrition's name in the ring when I think he beat Ugas. I think that's what it was. So that told people that did bother him in a way, when you got guys getting a lot of attention, because most guys like that don't go in the public and telling them, yeah, it's me, the reason why he's doing that. It's me, the reason why he's doing that. It's I've never seen that done before. That was the first time.
It's sad too, man. You know what I can say that kind of get me about boxing, and it's maybe because I'm a big guy, but man, it be these itty bitty guys with egos the size of y'all and me. I just never understand how these cats get these egos, man. Does that ever bother you guys? Like when you see a fighter, you meet them, you'll see them a year, and then maybe a year later you see them, and they got this crazy ego because they got a chain on. Like that, does that ever bother you guys when you going to see these fighters? I just hate it, man.
No, that ain't bothering me, but I know I size fighters up. I think I done size guys up. I done seen B-Hop when I was in New York. That dude like 4'5", bro. I was like, man, I'll knock your ass out. Oh, my bad. But I said that in my mind, bro. I said that in my mind, but I would not do that. It's just like, it's a natural thing that us men do. We size each other up when we meet them. It's just something we do. But that was in my head, man. I think size up. But to answer your question, I think it's... You don't want too much attention, but that's part of our culture, man. When it comes to black people, we want change. We want to do so. We get an ego. I see a lot of fighters, and I try to tell fighters, don't do this because it's a trend. I know about the game because I think I mentioned this to y'all. I have an aunt who was a groupie, and I also have a cousin who was a groupie who knows how to seek these guys out with money. I got a cousin, man, no lie. She met Eddie George. He was married. And I could talk about this. He was married, and let me tell you how she met him. She drove in the area that she did not belong in. She was driving in the area with her drop top. And her drop top, I'm telling y'all, she was driving in the area with her drop top. She was very pretty with the drop down because she knew the area where the money was. And here he pulls up on the side, looking on the side of her. She ain't even.
Oh, that's enough, Drake. That's enough, Drake.
This is a sick Negro.
I don't want to bring this up on Eddie, man. I don't want Eddie to hear this, man.
No, yeah, but here's my thing. That's how she cut her fist. So she ended up being a secretary for a long period of time while he was married. I was there. She signing autographs. Her secretary, making sure everybody's there. She was the secretary, and her bills was getting paid monthly. So again, I tell fighters that because you get game ran on you. What they do is they start getting the bag, and guess what they do? They jump in the DMs with those blue Instagram check marks that wasn't giving them attention. Now they like, look, I just had a big fight. I just fought Canelo. Yeah. And they want to get used and then play victim after it's over with. Nah.
Shout out to AB for always dating them same raggedy chicks he was dating in Cincinnati, man. Shout out to my man. AB stayed messing with them same raggedy skinny chicks with the long legs and itty bitty butts.
The real AB.
Shout out to AB, man.
So they get them egos early, man. So they start getting those chains. You got to start making sure they just stay disciplined. But I'm gonna tell you, I think there's a lot of fighters who I think that's gonna get the bright lights and move up, and I think they got a good team around them. Abdullah Mason is one of them. I don't think he's gonna ever get to the point where he's flashy and all this jewelry and he's real humble. I think he's gonna stay dedicated in the gym. He ain't gotta do all that, man. But some of these egos, you gotta.
He's a merman, dog. That don't count. The man barely talks, man.
No. I'm just saying. You can tell. I'm gonna give you another one, Sean Porter. I can give you a plenty of examples of guys.
Another dude who don't talk unless spoken to, man.
But they're not clubs. See, it's the culture. You got to understand. You got to look at what we're talking about.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
We get those chains. That's why a lot of people was relating to Earl Spence. He drink. He in the club. He one of us. That's why they was picking him over Sean. Like, Sean ain't one of us. He ain't got no blunts. He don't drink. He don't do. Nah, bro. You got real disciplined guys who's dedicated to the craft, bro. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna call those guys kind of lanes. LeBron ain't really getting in no trouble. LeBron stayed to his craft. Kobe stayed to his craft. Kobe was in there. Jordan was in there. Most of those
No,
elites.
Kobe didn't, man.
Kobe was what? He had changed. He was flossing. He
No,
never
no.
came off like that. He was a
When he went to Colorado, man, he changed. That's all I'm saying. He changed, man.
You're a
He
champ,
changed, man. He changed. Just tell the truth, man. He changed. He came back with a tattoo. He started wearing the
man.
diamonds.
That's funny.
Shout out to Bean. May God be
That's
pleased with him. But
oh
Pop, let
man.
me ask you this real quick, because you know my man Ohio runs boxing is really, he really just do PR, man. He the PR man for boxing, man. So we gotta watch him, man.
What's
I know,
good?
I know you gonna keep a hood, P. Let me ask you this. So who you think wins between Ryan and Teal? Who you got winning?
What weight class?
147.
Ryan by knockout.
Mm.
Oh, hold on. Let me take my bias and
I don't know why that's a hard
I'm gonna be
decision.
real with you. I think BVO set me up for this. I got Teal.
Oh yeah, I got Teal too.
I know that's why BVO set me up for it.
No, I didn't say. I'm gonna tell you
set
why
me
I
up
got.
for it because to be truly honest with you, who's the better boxer between them?
Yeah.
And at 147 and Teal say he can make 147. We know Ryan is not 140 pounder, so. But if they had to fight between them,
yeah,
I got Teal. I'll be real with you, all the way through.
Ohio runs boxing. Who you got, man?
I'm gonna go with the simple fact that a lot of fighters lose their confidence when they get caught dirty. It ain't the same. They don't. I think mentally he won't be in it. I like Tio clearly. I think he boxes put on the boxing clinic. But yeah, I think it's a no brainer for me. Tio definitely wins that
Who you
fight.
got? GP and Crush. Who y'all got?
I got Ryan by knockout. 12 rounds to land that shot. I'm going with Ryan.
Man, you must be over there having a little of that bud or something.
Man,
Crazy.
No, it's a real shot.
Ryan by
Yo,
devastation.
that left hook is a real shot. Like
That straight
he's
right ain't
boxing.
bad
He's not
neither.
a YouTuber. He's a real fighter, bro.
That straight right got Duarte and Devin on that canvas as well too.
I
I got
get that.
Ryan by
I don't
destruction.
disrespect none of that, but Tio does have, like, legitimately, he has championships, different weight classes, and the names on the resume, like, of the guys that Tio knocked out and the guys that Tio beat. Ryan resume don't compare.
It's not even close.
I'm just being real. I mean, like,
You know a fight that really let me know Teal could fight a little bit when he fought that dude Nakatani, that tall dude.
yeah,
And
that was a difficult fight, and then you come off of that and knock Comey out and become champ.
you know the funny thing about that? I feel like they both threw the punch at the same time.
You just see who connected. You see who had the better punch placement,
Yeah.
more power. And Comey was supposed to be the better fighter. He's the champion, and Tio came in there, and that fight was supposed to like be somewhere between 8 and 12. Tio ended that shit very early. Excuse my language.
Yeah, he beat the foo-foo out of him.
Man, it was a good shot. And I think Richard Coleman he's what 80%, 85% KO ratio, 80 to 90.
He was never the same.
Yeah, he was stopping stuff, bro. He was stopping stuff before he got.
He knocked out Ray Beltran, and Crawford went the distance with him.
He was never. Richard Coleman was never the same after that.
Let me ask you guys this real quick before we got it. Do you think when a guy,
everybody went? I want to know.
Crush, you still there? I think Crush fell asleep. Hey, Puerto Rican Free, you there?
I'm here.
Oh, T Hill here. I think the Puerto Rican making rice or something, so he can't hear us. But T Hill, who you got?
In that fight with Ryan and Tio?
Yeah.
Man, I'm sorry to tell you, bro. I know Tio's your guy, dog, but
no, he's not.
My man Ryan gonna peel him back a banana, dog. That's what I gotta tell you. Yeah, left, right, you toothless.
Hey, Pop, you hear this dude talking about peeling bananas, man? These niggas is crazy, man.
Go did
Oh man, you cold blooded, man. That
They
dude.
playing with that AT Hill. They playing with that left hook, bro. That shit real.
Hey,
I
we
mean,
seen Tank eat
bro.
that left hook, so we ain't worried about it. That left hook, he eating
I
that.
mean, I've
Well,
seen
if you look at
Tito
the Claggett fight, he was eating a lot of punches. So if Ryan get landing on him, it's a different punch than what Claggett coming with. That's with all due respect, man. I like Tio.
It's not
Tio,
the
a
same
damn
type
good
of
fighter.
pressure that Ryan gonna be bringing though. Ryan has calculated pressure. You fuck around and miss, you can get dropped because Tio's a counterpuncher. Like all the shit we talking about, like you pressuring Tio and trying to rush him, and you're not just throwing wild punches, and you trying to land something that's crazy, a big like the left hook or the straight right hand, you can get caught fucking with Tio.
They throw at the same time who win the battle.
I'm gonna say this before we get out of here, man. Shout out to my man Pop. I feel like we finally made it on BBO boxing, man. He came to the doghouse. Usually he don't mess with the brothers, so shout out to Pop for making
Yo,
this.
Tio, BBO, stop acting like that, man.
Shout out to my man Pop for messing with the brothers, man. Shout out to my man Ohio Runs Boxing. We know, he got the famous saying, white queens forever, man, black queens never. So shout out to my man.
Yo, and he got that swag too. My man's hat. His
Hey, I
hat.
ain't gonna lie, man. When I seen you with that hat, man, that's a dope thing, man. That's dope, bro. I gotta think of something cool. That was dope, bro. When I come in, they said that Anthony Anderson. That's all I get.
Hey, listen. Hey, yo, BBO, run with that. Anthony Anderson's a fucking legend. I'm sorry.
I've been hearing that my whole life. I've been hearing that.
Legend, bro.
That's
Run
a
with
good
that,
one,
bro.
man.
I've been hearing that my whole life.
Don't be afraid to be the plus size, bro.
Oh, he said the plus side. Hey, Pop, when I see you, man, remind me.
That, you know what I'm saying? When we go to the bar and, dudes be talking like, they see that plus size dude walk behind you, be like, what's up? All of a sudden everybody start act like they got manners. Yeah, man. Everybody ain't gotta be skinny and the plus size, bro. Yeah.
My man Bentley Wild, he said the Walmart Anthony Anderson. Salute to my man Bentley.
Did you hear about the news about your boy Charles Conway from Cleveland and Sebastian Fedora might be fighting?
Yeah, I heard that. I think that'll be a good fight, man. I don't know if he can
win. Trying to get killed. He fight Charles. Let me be quiet.
Yeah, he probably get hurt though if he fought Fedora.
I don't want to kill the fight. BVO, people, you be messing with a lot of people and they be I don't want to kill them. Yeah, that's a great fight. Yeah. So Sebastian Fedora got it. He could defend his belt against Charles Conway.
I'm gonna tell you what, if he fights Charles Conway, that's a horrible fight. But I'm just gonna that's a horrible fight. Man. That's a horrible fight, man. Conwell's my dude, man, but that's a horrible fight, man.
Charles Conway, I'm gonna be real with you, and what I seen how Fedora fight, I don't know if they ready to put the money behind Charles Conway like that, but they're gonna have to because Fedora not gonna make it 12 rounds.
I think Fedora should fight, and you guys probably don't agree with me, but I think he should fight Bakram.
He should fight Jamel Charlo if you want to keep his belts.
That's what I think they're gonna do. I think they're using Charles' name as a publicity stunt to have an in-house fight. Jamel gonna get that fight.
You think Jamel can do that? Because he been trying to stick. It was two guys he was staying away from, Bakram and Fedora. So you think he would take them fights now? I know he was staying away from them dudes.
He likes the champion. He's a champion in recess with the WBC. So I don't see why he wouldn't fight.
He ain't got no choice. What
you see what he did to Lubin? Did y'all see what he did to Lubin?
Who? Yeah, we saw that. We saw that.
But both of them.
He don't have no choice right now, bro. Like after the Canelo fight,
that's a hard fight, man. I know how
a different dude, bro.
That's a hard fight, Pop.
Any one of them guys? Okay, any one of them guys we talking about? Are they tougher than a Canelo fight?
Well, I don't even count that because he didn't even try in that fight. He got beat to death.
So, like,
how you gonna say he didn't try in the fight? He got hit by a stronger guy, man. He just didn't take.
Come on, man. Come on now. Me and you both got relationships, but you know what, man? We got to tell the truth sometime, man. He came to get paid.
So here's my thing. everybody has a plan until they get hit. But when they came to Canelo and the guy going up 2 weight classes, he didn't come to fight. As soon as he got touched, he realized he didn't supposed to be in that weight class. Then he got on this bicycle. That's what happened. Y'all got to.
You didn't see DJ in there slapping him?
We got to use logic, not assumptions, guys. Come on, man. Let's just use
What did
logic.
DJ say? Jamel, what's wrong? Mel, what's wrong?
He was like, that man was stronger than I thought he was. That's what he said.
The only thing that get me is that and y'all know Jamel is my favorite fighter. That's why y'all trying to punish me by me talking bad about my favorite fighter. But Jamel, man, dude, that was a horrible effort, man. That's why people don't want to see the Bud fight, because that was such a horrible effort, man.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this though, B. I'm gonna say this. I think most of the people threw him under the dirt, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think majority of people threw Jamel under the dirt because, for one, they hated Canelo. And they didn't get the prediction right, because I knew a lot of people when this fight was mentioned. Oh man, Canelo done messed up. Oh, Jamel is about to school him. I seen it. If I could have screenshotted so many people, it was crazy. But the performance he put up, and he did not take risks after, especially getting knocked down. I was okay with it, because you got to think about it. He survived. Demetrius Andrade went up weight class. He stopped on the stool. Guillermo Rigondeaux went up. He stopped on the stool. So a lot of these guys did not make it to the 12th round when they go up in different weight classes. Kell Brook didn't make it. So again, you got to give him credit for that. He survived, but I just think he really was in a whirlwind of trouble when he realized this is a big man at 168. Canelo tested positive twice, and people keep forgetting that.
Oh my God!
Hey, listen, Ohio. Before we get about here, you saying that? I don't know, like, if anybody in here who like married or in long-term relationship, I ain't been able to buy a pay-per-view since that, because I was trying to tell her it was gonna be a good night, and she was like, "Did we spend $80 on this?" Because when you like, she was like, we could have got an air fryer or something like this, and we watched this shit. Card, and I'm sorry, video, but like the card was trash, and then he ran.
And I'm gonna say this though.
She was like, did we just spend $90 on this, basically? And then I made nachos, and we had like, you know what I'm saying? I bought
spent about 400, man.
I spent a couple hundred, like, and I bought the Kevin Hart tequila and Modelo, and the man ran.
So
you a baller, man. All I had was Alizé.
We don't put that much respect on guys jumping up double weight classes. We got to put weight classes for a reason. That's still, man, like I said, when the guy is coming up to your weight class, ain't never took a tune-up. I mean, Andre Ward was the #1 pound for fighter, and he took 3 tune-up before he fought Kovalev at 175. 3. So it's like
Kovalev won.
Hold on, no, but whatever. But the point is, he still got his opportunity, and he was prepared. And we gotta bring back logic, man, and the science at the end of the day. Because most guys who skip up and jump up multiple weight classes, like going to 160 to 175, Canelo and Roy Jones jumping from 160, 168 to heavyweight. I think he made the biggest gap. Both of them.
Roy, I think Roy went 160.
He went from 50. He went from 54 to the heavyweight.
Who did he?
Roy. Yeah, Roy started at 54.
But my point is, both of them, him and Canelo, jumped up and made those weights. They both tested positive. It's not just natural. You got to work your way up, man. You can't just be jumping up.
But come on, man, Ohio, man, you can't say that. Canelo had a bad whopper, man.
I agree 100%.
You can't just jump up and walk through people. That's why Floyd was so adamant about Manny Pacquiao career. How he jump up and then at 140 he just walked through Cotto. No, he's never been tested positive, but there was a lot of speculations behind that. Let's not act like that wasn't, because it's not normal. That's all I'm saying. We got to get back to logic in boxing.
Like Ohio, I get you with the logic, but
come on, man.
I get you with the logic, but like when the fight is $90, like $45 was logic and $45 was damn casual, and then there was the female on the casual, like, bro.
Because you know what's supposed to happen, though, Rob? You know what's supposed to happen? Jamel was supposed to get his face broken. He didn't. Because when you go up and fight a guy that's bigger and stronger, and you go toe to toe like people want you to do, you supposed to look like Kell Brook. You supposed to look like Amir Khan. When you go up there and dare to be great and not and don't want to be scared and stay in the kitchen. Let me tell you somebody who went up in weight and stayed in the pocket, got knocked down 2 times, and I respect him for the rest of my life. Adrian Broner. He fought a bigger man, and he stood toe to toe with that boy. He stood toe to toe with that boy and went the distance. And the boy said he hit him. He hurt me. But that's what you want to do. If you a dog, you gonna go out like Broner. Broner still made it to the end.
You know what's so funny about that fight? That was Broner's best performance.
But listen though, like not just a dog. They supposed to be lions.
No, they not
lions, bro.
lions,
bro, listen, they supposed to be lions. And when I'm sitting here watching 5'5", light skin with long hair telling, stop running. What you running for? And then she looking at me. I'm like, yo, listen, bro.
Let me give you the visual. Let me give you the visual when I'm about to jump off, man. When Jamel got hit by Canelo, just imagine the Wizard of Oz. Remember when the Scarecrow ran and he jumped out the window? That was what's going in his mind, bro. When Canelo hit him with a shot, when he first hit him, the lion ran and jumped out of the window, bro.
Hey, and on that note, you can't get no better than that. We out of here, man. Peace.
I'm out, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching BVO. And if you're down with BVO, subscribe and join the community. Have a great night.